So today we are joined by the one and only Paisley Hope.
Hello.
So we are so excited to chat with you, and obviously we have all of your books behind us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're really excited.
We're so excited.
Oh,
Anyway, so
I'm excited too. I love chatting, so
so great. Um, Basically, you have a series called Silver Pines, which
yes, I do.
is there. What was your
hmm
favorite part about writing the series, which hasn't finished yet, but is slowly coming to an end?
No, it's finished. It's finished for me though. I'm done. I just handed back in my second draft of Chasing the Fire, so that's gone back now, and yeah, so it's done for me. Which was really bittersweet in a way because yeah, we definitely cried myself and my editors at the end of Chasing the Fire. But yeah, I mean, every book has something in it that just is special to me. So it'd be really hard to decide like what my favorite part about writing it was, just because every couple is really special to me and every part is special. So um, I think maybe, I mean, it just Free in the Wild just made Sunday Times bestseller list in the UK, and that was like I cried like a baby when that happened. That was amazing. I was so grateful for that. So I mean, there's been little moments kind of along the way, but I can't really say one specific like that I could pinpoint throughout.
Bless. And obviously, then we have Wolf and Dove. I think
hmm
I Dove behind you, which obviously isn't out yet. But is there anything you could give us about that series and how was it kind of switching up into dark romance from Silver Pines?
Yeah, it was really weird because I wrote Dove and then I wrote Fox back to back. And then I jumped right into Chasing the Fire. So I went from dark to small town, and then I was toggling back and forth because, with edits and dev edits and whatnot, you're just kind of always going back and forth until you're finally finished. Um, so it's funny because it's a different side of my brain that I'm working when I'm doing the dark romance. Like, I have to remind myself when I get back into small town that I'm in small town now, and he can't say that or he can't do that in small town. Um, but yeah, I really enjoy like going back and forth. It's really kind of cathartic just to go from like this swoony, like sweet small town to like this dark and like, unhinged, anything's possible, anything's accepted, kind of anything can happen. Um, so yeah, I love doing both. I don't know if I could choose a favorite between the two. I feel like I'll do both for quite a while, but that's also how I read. So I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand.
That's what I thought. I was lucky enough to get for a Rabbit, one of
Oh
the
yeah.
Evermore exclusive copies, which is
hmm
it just feels so cool. It's so bendy and
It's
cute.
so pretty. And I just got the copies in of Evermore, the Evermore copies. So it's really exciting to see it in both on both sides of the pond. Like they're very similar. The covers are very similar for both North America and the UK, but they have their own like flair in the UK with the little tagline at the top. And they did a really beautiful first edition with like the raised lettering. Yeah, it's so pretty.
I love having like an exclusive little copy. I'm like, guys,
hmm They're
um,
really special. I have a few too, like just special ones that I've received from other authors and stuff, and they're really special when you get them like that for sure.
exactly. I love getting advanced copies and
hmm
reviewing and like, especially with like your books. I was like, oh my god, I got this in the post. I was on holiday. I got back home and I was like, whoa, that's insane.
It's exciting.
Okay. And then I also want to talk about kind of a niche thing. The works in the UK, we have
Yep.
Sprayed Edge, which
hmm
are
They're so beautiful.
they're gorgeous.
hmm The works do a beautiful job. Yeah, I love dealing with them. They've done all four now, and I'm really hoping they pick up Chasing the Fire as well. I'm really hoping. I haven't heard yet, but I'm hoping that they will. They're so beautiful. Yeah, they do a beautiful job.
I mean, I assume they will because they're
Yeah,
one
I
or the
would
other.
hope
I
so.
mean, if
You'd
not, I'm
think so,
living words. I will.
right? Go down there and
I will. Oh,
protest for sure.
guys. Definitely. So.
So, coming from your books, like, what was your most memorable moment from this year, kind of around books and everything?
The whole year has just been a blur. I have to be honest. Like it's been a crazy year. I've written so much. I've edited so much. And I definitely think that it's been a highlight to be able to do that and just be like, kind of busy and going through it. Having Source Books take over the Soldiers of Bedlam series in March and Evermore taking over the Soldiers of Bedlam series in March as well, just obviously for the UK, and then Source Books is in North America. That was a huge highlight for me. I love working with Evermore. Honestly, I can't see myself ever working with anyone else in the UK. They're incredible. Um, but Source Books in North America was really a dream for me too. So that that was a really big highlight. I think having them just have that like, excitement around the series and bringing it to Trad Publishing, and also having Wolf hit the USA Today bestseller list in North America was like, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it, especially as a re-release. That's just not something I ever expected. So, yeah, those were highlights. But just also, I got to do a few different signings this year and meet people. And that was a huge highlight too, just actually getting to be like face to face with the people who are reading and hug them and sign for them. And so I definitely want to do a little bit more of that going forward. But yeah, it's been a really crazy year. I'm just, yeah, a blur.
Would you ever consider coming to the UK for a little book tour?
Yes, absolutely. That's definitely in conversation right now. I'm not sure if it will make sense for 2026 just because of I have a lot of deadlines and some other things going on, but I'm really, really hoping that either toward the end of 2026 or 2027, we'll be doing a visit over there and doing maybe like some stuff in the Netherlands, some stuff in the UK, some stuff in Germany. So that would be just absolutely incredible. I would love that. I would love to go to the UK and meet my publishing team there and like, yeah, just hug them and say thank you because yeah, they've just been amazing.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I think we would love
It
that.
would be a dream.
We are there.
Yeah.
It would be a dream come true, honestly, to come on over there. I'd love to so much. And it's just finding the time right now, just because I have so much going on in my head and I have other, stories that I had written that are now going to be coming to light as well. And it's like, just getting the time to be on deadline and also travel has been really tricky for me this year. So we'll see. I definitely need to kind of like pick and choose what I'm doing in 2026 just because of deadlines that I have. But yeah, I'm just feeling grateful for the deadlines. I'm happy I have them. So we'll see how it goes. Mm-hmm.
So jumping into Silver Pines a bit, there's a lot of different things that are mentioned, and one thing I picked up as an NFL fan is you mentioned the Detroit Lions. Is
Mm-hmm.
that a team you guys support, or?
We actually don't watch football. I have to be totally honest. I had to do quite a bit of research when I was doing Hayden's character and he was a football player. Um, because we're in Canada most of the time and it's hockey here, right? So we're hockey, we're also baseball fans. We will watch like as football in North America gets close to like Super Bowl time, we'll watch the playoffs and sometimes we'll watch the Super Bowl if it's this particular team we're interested in. But we are really not football fans, I have to say.
Me too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are.
I know how it's played now because I've done quite a bit of research, like I said, but aside from that, it's like
So was there a reason you picked that team, or was it like just pulling a name out a hat?
pretty much I just tried to like look at, I did some research on what would they be fans of in that area. It's the same with baseball too. Like I know who we're fans of baseball wise in Canada, but in the Kentucky, Tennessee area, there is no Kentucky baseball team, right? So it's like who are they fans of? So it's just doing, on Reddit, reading what people are saying, where they're from, like who their teams are, that sort of thing. And then I was just like, we'll go with Detroit. Detroit's also close to me too. So it kind of seemed fitting.
I love that.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
what can you tell us about Chasing the Fire? So obviously it's Asher and Olivia, but like
Yeah.
guys, what's your favorite thing about it?
I really like, I enjoyed bringing a little bit of not darkness, but like Asher's character is very, as you know, we don't know a lot about him in the first four books. He's kind of quiet, he's kind of closed off. And we know there's mystery around him. So just kind of like delving into their connection throughout the like last four books, the little things you see here and there, and you wonder, why this, why that. just bringing a little bit of his past because he comes from a bit of a darker past while still keeping it very small town was really fun. They definitely, it's obviously it's a surprise pregnancy trope is the main trope of the book. And just getting to see him kind of go from somebody who's so completely closed off to um, this he's only soft for her, it's his child, he doesn't, he's never really had a family who's given him like love and caring and like learning how to do that while she's pregnant while also fighting his feelings for her because he's afraid to pull her into his dark past. It was a lot of fun. I was always saying Hayden and Cassie were my favorite couple just because they surprised me. But now I'm really, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I just finished working on them or just finished writing them, but I'm really just loving Asher and Olivia so much. So yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. It was really kind of hard to write the ending chapters, like the epilogue, and know that that was it for them. So
Saying goodbye to a much loved series, and we're just
oh my gosh, like just so hard to say goodbye, knowing that there's going to be like it won't be the last time you see them. Like they will be back in another series, so, like just as a spinoff. So you'll see cameos of them because I can never truly say goodbye, I don't think. But but yeah, just knowing it was the last actual Silver Pines book was wow, it really hit all of us, like myself and my two editors, my editor in the US and in the UK. We were all teary by the end. So
Oh, bless. So if you could
mhm.
swap lives with one of your characters, what one would it be and why?
Oh my goodness. Um, I feel like Ginger. I just love Ginger
yeah.
so much. Like she's just so carefree and just like, this is who I am and, take it or leave it kind of. And I feel like that's something I'm not like. Like I don't have that, I've struggled with that always. Like I think a lot of us do, right? Where it's like, are we, supposed to be doing this? Are we? And she never questions her path. She's just like, this is who I am. And I love that about her so much. So I feel like just her confidence and her bravery, I would love to have that. But then I also really love Cece too. I don't know. It'd be really hard, but right off the top, I think Ginger immediately.
I
Yeah.
love that. No.
Hmm.
So this is an insane question. So what would be essential to preserve if your books were like adapted for film or television?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that would be a dream, first of all. I would absolutely love to see that happen. I literally manifest that every day. I watch shows like Ransom Canyon, and just like now everybody's obsessed with Heated Rivalry, of course. And yeah, like I just would love to see that. So I would love to keep just like that, the angst between the characters and like the found family. I feel like that's such a huge part of this series. Like, that simple, everyone in your family, you don't always agree with them, but they're always there for you. It's like a feeling of peace when you come onto the ranch, for all of the characters, I think. And I really would want to preserve that more than anything. Just that like small town, sweet like family connection, the way they joke with each other. Papa Dean's character would have to be like bang on. There would be no negotiation on that. He would have to be like, I don't even know how to choose the character to play him because I think he's just such a, he's like a background instrumental piece to like the whole series. And he kind of goes through every book and has a little bit of touch with every single couple in a certain way. And yeah, so I mean, definitely keeping their, who they are at their core would be important. And just like that country, small town, like, the porch light's always on kind of vibe. Country rolling hills. Hmm.
We will manifest that we will see that soon. We got this.
So most of my life, everything that I can remember, I've ridden horses. So always there's going to be the part of my life that I'm like, I want to live on a ranch. So what was
Right.
your initial incentive to write books, Silver Pines, based on a ranch?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the States quite a lot. We absolutely love Kentucky and Tennessee. They're our favorite places to go. And it's just a whole nother world there, honestly. The people are so kind, what we've encountered anyways. And it's a really big part of Kentucky life is horse racing, horse breeding, horse, raising. Um, and I really wanted to, everything was kind of crazy when I had the idea for the series, it was like post, like everyone was on lockdown. And I think everyone just kind of slowed down during that time. And it kind of made people, I think, in a way, crave like a simpler kind of way of life, like a slower pace. And I really just get that vibe from that area. So there was no doubt in my mind where I wanted to set it. And yeah, we've had some really amazing encounters with people in that area. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring that to light. Plus, there wasn't really much written at the time in the Kentucky area, and I just thought it'd be something different to bring that state kind of to light because it's really beautiful there. And I think a lot of people don't realize how beautiful, especially as you get close to the Tennessee border. There with the mountains and the hills and all the green, like it's just so beautiful. And like I said, the people are so wonderful. So yeah.
So
Mhm.
you also have a joint series with Sloane State
Yeah.
and Danielle Baker. So how did that happen?
Oh my gosh, that was such a great experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the whole world. I love both those girls so much with my whole heart. And I'm happy to say we've really become like kind of like a team, sisters, I guess, like author sisters. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I love them both. They just asked me. Sloane sent me a message. Her and Danny had already connected on writing the series, and Sloane just sent me a message and was like, "Hey, want to write a book with us next year?" And I was like, immediately, yes, absolutely. Like, I'm in. I didn't even know what it was about. I didn't have a clue what they were going to write about, but I was like, count me in no matter what. Um, and it ended up being such an amazing experience, and like I love that series so much. Every book, and just it's special, I think. And yeah, it just we got together and we started a group chat, and that was it. I mean, we were just in there every day sharing ideas, sharing storylines, tropes, stuff about our characters, and we just had the best time. I mean, there was moments of stress, yes, of course. It's hard to write a book series and kind of make the whole series feel like it's flowing. You want the characters to all seem similar as you go through. You don't want, one certain character in one book to be different than the next book. So, and if they are, you want to be able to unveil why. Why did they seem that way outwardly to like, the people in say my story versus, when you get to Danny's book, you find out so much more about Teddy and she puts on a front, for people. And it just, yeah, it was just an amazing experience. I would not trade it for anything in the whole world. And I'm really proud of it. Like I'm really, really proud of that was a really big highlight for last year as well, was releasing that series and just seeing it do what it did. Yeah.
So I would say we're yet to dive into that series. So what would you?
Oh, have fun. You're gonna have fun.
I'm so excited.
So what would you tell people who haven't read it yet?
Well, it's different, right? There isn't really much written about wildland firefighters. And this was something that we learned as we went through the process. We had no idea. We were so lucky to have an incredible hotshot consult us on everything. He did not want to be named. We'll go with his name is S. He's amazing. It would not have been able to be done without him. The text well that we have, us with him, and what about this? And what about that? It's real. I think that's the main thing. You're going to get, obviously the brotherhood of these firefighters, what they live through, what they go through, and finding out it's not glorious. It's, gritty and dirty, and they're not in good living conditions, and they don't, they go through a lot just to protect the people and the wildlife and the forestry. And it's like, yeah, it's a real series. And I've got that from other people who are firefighters, like wildland firefighters, that they say, I've read other ones and they're not, exactly, they don't portray it, but they've said like this book series really portrays it as how it actually is. So yeah, just get ready for a whole, like, it's an eye opener kind of to realize what they go through. They're heroes, honestly. And just it's sweet. Like it really is sweet. Like there's a lot of swoony moments and sweet moments, and yeah, it's a joy. I think you guys are gonna have fun with it. If you like the Silver Pine series, I think you'll really like it.
I definitely need to collect all the works sprayed and just
The works are gorgeous, aren't they? I can't wait to get my hands on them. Apparently, I'm getting a set once Danny's book comes out in January, so that'll be displayed probably on my shelf once I get it.
You need to do
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So we obviously have the last Silver Pines Ranch book comes out next year,
Mhm.
and then Soldiers of Bedlam next books come out. So what happens after that?
Well, I have some stuff going on that I can't really announce yet, but rest assured, like I said, you're going to get a little bit of a revisit into the cowboy like Silver Pines universe, I guess is the best way I can describe it, um, in another series. And also, I had a boxing romance, like a darker boxing romance, not really dark per se, I guess, but there's darker elements in it, um, that I had written between Holding the Reins and Training the Heart. So it was started in 2023. I finished it just while I was on a break last year, and I think that's going to be coming to light. I'm just working through negotiations on that right now. And then there'll be a counterpart to that. It's two brothers. One of them is a boxer, but he has mafia ties. And then the other brother is the leader of like a really large organized crime ring. So that will be really fun to write that one. That will be coming. And then a fourth Soldiers of Bedlam book will be coming as well. Kai's book will come. So there's a lot going on in 2026, 2027, and even into 2028. So
Wow. Okay, so I'm preparing my money and I'm going to buy all of these books because I need to.
mhm.
So with all these kind of books coming out, who do you go to for like most of this, like your advice when it comes to editing and even just like writing, staying in like the right
Yeah, your community is so important. Well, first of all, my husband, like I feel I'm very grateful for him. I feel sad for him because he listens to me rant on for literally hours on end and like gives me ideas as well. Like he's a really big consult to me, especially when I'm doing like a Soldiers of Bedlam series and there's more actiony kind of like motorcycle club kind of, stuff I'm not really, as a woman, I never really grew up watching. So I would watch rom-coms or watch whatever. Whereas he was really big into like Sons of Anarchy and like the Mayan spinoff from that, and just all those movies that men watch, I guess. And now I've been watching them because I want that inspo as well, right? So my husband for sure, number one. Number two, I have some really amazing author friends that I chat with quite regularly. One of them's been writing books for like 13, 14 years, and she's amazing. Kristen Proby. I'm going to shout her out because I love her so much. Um, and she's, I mean, probably even longer than I'm not really even sure exactly, but I'm as far back as I can remember looking like through her collection and whatnot. It was like, 2012, 13, 14. She's an inspiration. I don't know how that woman does it. She writes and she's so good at it. Like I was so lucky enough to read her, her darker mafia romance that's coming out in January. And then I've just received her second in that series, and she just nails it every time. I don't know how she does it, but so having people who have been doing this for a little while, just that experience. I love talking to other authors in the same boat and just like feeding off of their energy. And then I have some really good dev editors and stuff too who give me really honest, good feedback. So that makes a big difference. And beta readers, of course. But yeah, it's like a team. It's a village. It takes a village to write a book. It's not just the author, honestly.
I think a lot what we'd learn from like talking to loads of authors is that authors support each other, and I think it's just so lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you find that crew of, authors that you connect with, that you can like feed off of or go back to, and say, hey, what do you do for this? It's a really nice, you don't feel so alone kind of, because when you're an author, it's like it's all on you, right? You're writing and you don't get that feedback. Sometimes, you might put something out there and you don't get the feedback that you're like the honest feedback that you were looking for. I have one dev editor, alpha reader that's been with me since Holding the Reins, and she's amazing. And she always comes in and gives me feedback. That's just amazing. Tapta, she's great. She, yeah, she's instrumental. I don't know what I would do without her, honestly.
So speaking of authors, who are your favorite authors to read books from?
Who I like to read books from? Well, I haven't read a lot, I have to say. In the last year and a half, I haven't read a lot, just because I've been so busy writing. And then at the end of the day, I don't want to read. I've been getting more into audiobooks. Right now, I'm listening to Mariposa by Lexi Axelson, which is amazing. I don't know if you've read it yet, but it's military ex-boyfriend's dad, student instructor. He's dark, he's broody, he's like, just no feelings, no emotion. I think chapter 16, I put that down today, but I didn't want to put it down. I've been listening to it as I do my daily things. So that's a good one. I hit that one up if you're looking for something different. It's just very different. I also was gifted Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin last year, which is like a period pirates. It's amazing. It's so different and so good. I loved that one. Um, and Kristen Proby, like I said, I read her first book in the series, the Kings of Vegas series, and now I'm going to start the second one, which I'm really excited about really soon. I also just read for blurb purposes, but could not put it down, Insatiable by Lee Rivers. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, I'm reading as I can, but I'm doing a lot more listening than I am actually reading. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've got a TBR like 10 miles long for when I do actually take a break, for sure.
Roughly
Mhm.
how many books are on that?
A lot, probably like 30 at least. I mean, I've bought so many books. That's the thing. I love to buy books. I love to collect them, but I haven't had a lot of time to read. I used to read a lot when I was younger. But then just as I've been doing this, it's like, like I said, you're writing all day long, you're staring at reading your own words all day long. So the last thing you want to do at night is sit down and like open a book and read more, right? So definitely listening has been a big help for me for sure.
Yeah.
To help me keep up.
Kind of on that note, what would you say, like, out of all the books you might have read or listened to this year, what was the most memorable? Like, it kind of really stuck out to you?
In audiobooks?
Any kind of
Any books? Well, I'm definitely loving Mariposa right now, for sure. That's definitely one. What else have I read? I read Fourth Wing, which I absolutely loved as well. I was way behind the times on that and read it very late. Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn Weaver. Um, Leather and Lark, I really enjoyed that too. I read a really short novella that was super good and spicy by Elliot Rose called Noir Moon. I mean, I've been really lucky. I have Bad Bishop by L.J. Shen too. I don't know if you've read that yet. I'm about to read that. I'm excited to start it. I've heard really good things, so we'll see.
That sounds really exciting. I've got like a little list of books I want to read before the end of the year, so I need to read a.
You're running out of time.
I've got a Christmas book to read. I haven't read that yet. Maybe I need to. And also The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, because I'm going to go see.
I want to read that too. I want to go see the movie, so I want to read that book as well. Yeah.
I want to read it first. I feel like reading.
Yeah.
Step.
And you just reminded me that I have Better Not Pout by Maren Moore too. I got that, and I really want to read that before Christmas. I love her also, by the way. She's fantastic. And I've loved getting to know her a little bit. So I can't wait to read that. And I definitely need to get on that because I don't have much time before it won't really be in season anymore.
No, exactly. I'm struggling with that. I've got a book advent calendar thing, and I have a couple of days, and I'm like, oops. My bad. Being busy, okay.
Time goes quickly.
I know
during the holiday season.
Yeah, exactly.
So for people who have read Silver Pines, they might know about kind of like it really mentioned Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So kind of off that, is that like your favorite TV series or
one of? I have like 3 shows that I cycle through quite regularly. My husband and I, we like to watch like dramas and whatnot, like at night, but then we'll always turn on something funny, like before we go to sleep or go to bed. It's always like Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or New Girl. I feel like we cycle through those 3 shows quite a lot. So referencing Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it just seemed so like I don't know if you ever watched the show, but I love Jake and Amy, their relationship. They go through it and they're just together. And it reminded me sort of Cole and Ginger. They were friends first, all of that. So it felt really cool to like bring them into that series, especially. There's like a few jokes here and there throughout the other books, but mostly with Cole and Ginger. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers, but they have dogs and their names are Jake and Amy. Like it just is really cute. I loved bringing that in. I like putting like little things from my own life into the stories too, just so that when I look back one day, I can remember, oh yeah, this is why I named that this or whatever. And some of the stories in my books are true, like real stories about me or whatever, but I'll put them into the characters just for fun. Little Easter eggs.
Yeah, you've got to figure them out. So, Paisley, you have some of the editions of the Soldiers of Bedlam series.
Yep. So this is the Wolf version. This is the UK version with the sprayed edge. And it's kind of got like the spot gloss. And then this is Dove. I just received these the other day. So Shout out Evermore for sending them to me. But yeah, they're so beautiful together. I love them. I love the addition of the taglines on the top from Evermore for the series. Yeah, they did a really beautiful job. And that'll be the first print run only. Like, I was lucky enough to get my hands on these. I don't think these are the ones that are out anymore. I believe that the sprayed edge is now over. So yeah, the first print run, if people pre-order this, which comes out on January the 1st, then they'll get the sprayed edge from any retailer. Doesn't matter which one.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay, that's
okay.
good.
Mhm.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I love sprayed edges, but I don't like when people are like, you can get this edition or this edition. I'm like, but I want them all.
Yeah, I want them both. Yeah.
Okay. So how was it to finally see like the covers for all your books coming to life?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like Lonnie, who does these books from Whiskey Ginger, um, what you see as an author, like her original starting like sketches, it's really funny how she works. She's incredible. She's been doing this for a very long time. And she uses like the sticky people, like the little, almost like what you would see with for fashion designing. And she molds them into, do you have some?
Yes, I have one. Like, I do.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
These little men.
She has those, and she will like mold them into like for an, well, I don't have Fox here, but and obviously I haven't revealed that cover yet, but she will like mold them into how they're going to be and then send you like, here's what I'm thinking for this. And I mean, for Wolf, we changed it a lot. The original cover was vastly different. He wasn't holding her like at her neck. His hand was down to the side. His whole face was different. So actually seeing them come to light when they're all done is really cool. And you know, I'm always asking her like, can we make him like, because she does beautiful work, but then I'm like, can you make him like look like he's just, it pains him not to like, you know, touch her. And it's always like begging her for that angst in his face, and she always delivers. So those covers are beautiful. And then even like the Silver Pine series, the ones that we had done for the US, and then those ones there. Yeah, they're so, I love the UK version. They're so classic and so pretty. And with the sprayed edge, they're just so beautiful. But then in the US, we have the ones that are a little bit more like, I don't know if you have them. I'll grab them. Hold on.
I love these.
Yeah. So this is the Freeing the Wild. Yeah. So it's just different, right? And an artist has done all of this, and it's just beautiful. They do a beautiful job with them as well.
Okay, so how do I get my hands on the US versions? Because
I have heard of people ordering through, I think it's Blackwell's that will ship them in from the US as well. I've heard Barnes and Noble will ship overseas, but I think it's Blackwell's. If you do some research into that they'll bring them in. So because I do have one reader that's in Sweden that ordered through Blackwell's to get all of these covers. So I'm pretty sure they do ship. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get them because they're just, I love collecting.
Or the US Amazon possibly might bring them in as well.
That might work.
I'm not sure.
No,
I'm lucky enough to get copies of all of them, thankfully, from the publisher. So I haven't had to order any yet, but
I mean that works for you. You wrote them, so
you deserve them. So
yes, I should get all the copies. And that's what I said, because the German copy is so beautiful as well. It's the original indie cover. And they've done like a beautiful job with them. And I never got to see Training the Heart indie cover come to fruition because it was taken over by Evermore at that time. So now the German copy has just come out of Training the Heart, and people are tagging me in them. And I emailed my German publisher and was like, can I get a copy of it? Because I really want to see it in real life. And they're like, of course, you know. So I can't wait to get that, because it's been really, the German Holding the Reins is probably my favorite copy. It's so beautiful. I cannot read it, of course, but because it's all in German, but it's so beautiful.
I went to Spain in the summer, and they had like the most gorgeous covers. Like, and I was like, I could get it, but I'm not going to be able to read them.
Right. It would really just be trophy for your shelf, right? And when I do have readers that are ordering them from the US and Canada, and they'll just put them on their shelf just to have them because they are really pretty. They did like it's not a sprayed edge, but it's like a fold over edge. Ooh. So it tucks into the front, and I'll just grab it. Hold on.
Perfect. Yeah. I need to collect all of the different genres.
I should have just done a bookshelf tour,
Oh my
honestly.
God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they did this, and then I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. They did like the artwork on the inside.
Which edition is that one again?
This is German.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
Polish.
When we go in Germany?
And so Train in the Heart is going to come out, or it has just come out, and it's the indie cover, what the indie cover would have looked like the indie cover that was designed. And then they came and did their own Riding the High, which they did a beautiful job of too. So I can't wait to see that. But yeah, it's probably my favorite copy. I just love the artwork on the inside, and yeah, they did a bookmark, so like you can take that bookmark off.
wow.
So it's really cool, really different. Like I said, I can't understand any of it, but
It's all right.
it looks very pretty.
Exactly.
Okay, so Germany tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go Germany. Come on.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, is there a genre of book that you haven't tried yet, but maybe you could tempt yourself into trying to write?
Yeah, everyone keeps asking me about fantasy, but I just don't know. I feel like I write what I read, and I do enjoy fantasy from time to time, like romantasy, I should say. I really enjoyed Fourth Wing, and I have the other two books, and I can't wait to get into them at some point. But I think I just write what I know, which is what I love to read, which is like the darker romance, and then also just the small town. I'm usually one or the other. There's really no in between for me ever. So um I don't know. I can't say never, but I mean, for right now, I feel like just there's a lot that I haven't done still in those two genres. So I feel like I'll probably work through that for a little while and then maybe do something else. I don't know. We'll see.
Because you're like mainly a romance author with dark romance.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Thing. I love that.
I love writing about love. I love writing about like, how people are falling in love or what their story is kind of, and then just also like their backstory as well, why they are the way they are, how their family influenced them. I really enjoy the romance aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We all dream to have that kind of life.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's an escape. I feel like that's what it is, right? It's like an escape. It's entertainment, but it's an escape. Like it's using your imagination still while you're reading. You have to envision it all. And yeah, it's a really fun thing to do for a living, I'll say.
Yeah.
Blame you. This sounds like the dream, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So moving out of the bookish world a bit, what is like your favourite seasonal drink?
Well, I really do love Starbucks a lot. Right now I'm drinking the sugar cookie iced oat latte from Starbucks. I have to limit myself on when I get it because I really love it a lot. In the summertime, I like their iced chai. I drink that. I try not to have it so much, but yeah, if I'm having a seasonal drink, that's it. I really love like hot apple cider in the fall. I only drink it in the fall. I never drink it any other time. And I will have like eggnog in the Christmas season. Right now I'm drinking like all dairy free stuff. So I've been having like oat milk eggnog, which is actually really good. I have a really good one. So yeah, that's why I'm doing the sugar cookie oat latte because we've been doing the dairy free thing for a bit. So yeah. There's lots of options though. Lots of options.
Yeah, I drink oat milk. It's not because I need dairy free, it's because of a preference.
Same. Yep, same for me too. Yeah. And then like some of my family has allergy to dairy, so like it's easier just to kind of like all of us keep on the same thing for the most part. But I actually feel good. Like I feel better when I'm not drinking, like having dairy, to be honest. So, and if I do need if I do want cheese or anything like that, I just have like sheep or goat cheese. So, yeah.
Yeah. No.
We love our little Starbucks drink as well.
Yeah. I know. I'm really bad for it. It's so expensive too. So when you go in and I don't know what it is over there, but here it's like $9 for, a sugar cookie oat latte. Yeah, it's a lot. You guys have so much better pricing. Like I look at the cost of books over there and I'm like, when I do come over there one day, I'm doing the biggest book haul ever. Yeah. Although the exchange is different, it still works out to be, I think around $10 a book in my money. Whereas when I go to like, an Indigo in Canada, that's like the Barnes and Noble basically of Canada. Like any paperback books, like $27. So, you guys, when the Works puts on my special editions for
Yeah.
$5, it's like incredible. I can't, because even exchanging the money, it's still only $10.
We're so
So I'll
lucky.
be doing a really big book haul when I come over there one day.
You definitely
Yeah.
need
I'll
to.
have a whole suitcase come back on the plane that'll just have books in it. That's it.
You need to go to Waterstones Piccadilly.
Yeah,
Heaven.
I've heard that. I've
Biggest
heard
bookshop
that.
in Europe. So
I have readers in the UK that are telling me like all the really amazing bookshops to go to there when I do come over. So I'll have a list. I'll have a running list by the time I come.
And there's like an independent romance only bookstore in Scotland if you ever go there.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. We have some really good indie bookshops here. There's one that I did a signing in Saskatoon. That's really great. And then I went over to the US and did one with another little indie. I love like the indie romance. I like to support them as much as possible. We have a really big pre-order campaign in North America right now for through Source Books for all indie shops, so they can get the book and book plate and sticker and whatnot. So just anything to support them. I really like. I love the big box stores too. Don't get me wrong; they always like stock my books and everything else. But the indie bookshops, there's just something special about them.
Exactly.
yeah.
Hmm.
No, kind of moving into the bit of the music side, there's obviously CC loves Shania Twain.
Hmm.
Is there an album you could listen to a then and a then and just like you wouldn't get sick of it?
Yeah. During writing Holding the Reins, I listened to a lot of Rag Play Strays. I listened to a lot of Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan, um, Shania, obviously, just because, that was like a little like drop in, add in from, because she's from Canada. She's just amazing. She's always been amazing. And she's like 60 something years old and still gets up on the stage and like just rocks it. She's incredible. So I listened to a lot of that, like more like folky kind of country, like the Tyler Childers I listen to a lot, and the Red Clay Strays. I really love them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think then I was saying with the horses, country's always going to have like a little bit of my heart, even if
Me too.
majority.
But there's times where you're listening to other stuff too, like depending on what I'm writing, right? Like if I'm writing a dark romance, I'm listening to whatever is on the soundtrack. A lot of the times, those are songs that I listen to throughout. I don't really pay attention to like popular culture, like who's doing what, or I don't know anything personally about the artist, but I do have like a day list that just plays me like what's kind of up and coming for country right now or whatever, and it'll just cycle through. And if I hear something that inspires me or that like speaks to me in a song, then I will, just add it to the playlist or what have you. So
Yeah.
mhm.
So this is similar to romance. What is the worst date you have ever been on, if you would like to?
Worst date? Well, I don't honestly, I've been with my husband so long, since I was like, I think we've been together for like, oh gosh, I don't even know. So I was 20. So, I mean, it's been a long time. So we didn't really date for very long before we got engaged. I really had like friends and, boyfriends when I was in high school, but not like dating, going out on like specific dates. I mean, I had some bad breakups for sure, but yeah, I mean, it's once you're with someone for like 20 years, you just don't remember like whatever happened before them. So,
Irrelevant.
it's irrelevant. Yeah. I mean, you just don't remember, right? You have kids and you like do whatever, but bad date. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
That's a good thing though.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a good thing. Yeah.
I've had some bad stories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ah.
So is there like a certain type of character you would like to write in the future that you haven't yet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to write Kai's book for Soldiers of Bedlam because he is such a like deranged golden retriever. I think he's going to really put me through the ringer. He's like, I will slit your throat and smile with a happy, joyful grin on my face kind of. And I've never written anybody like that. When I've wrote the men for the Soldiers of Bedlam series, they're dark, they're controlled, they're, you know, their walls are really up. And with Kai, I feel like he's kind of evolved on his own. And I think he's going to really challenge me and be a lot of fun. And he's totally different than anyone I've ever written before. So um, I just want to make him completely man obsessed, stalkerish. But like, well, what's the problem with it? What's the matter that I'm stalking you? Like, I don't see the problem. Like I want to make him totally like, just like, well, this is how it is. Like, I'm really excited about him. So I can't wait to jump into that. I've got the whole outline for his book done. and I'll be starting on that in the new year for sure. So
exciting.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting.
I can see the difference between his character and Gabriel's is just whoa.
Vastly different, right? He's just so jovial all the time. Like he's so happy. It's like I love just dismembering people. It's great. What's the problem? I mean, he's just so like he's not ashamed of who he is. And as you guys like when you read that story and you'll see, why is he so desensitized to the violence? Why does it not bother him? Because most people, I mean, I'd say the majority of people, even Gabriel, even Sean, they don't want to, murder somebody or hurt them. But it's like you can tell Kai almost derives joy from it. And it's because of his past. And I can't wait to kind of jump into that and kind of unpack it all.
We love a deranged golden retriever.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going to be so loving too. And that's the thing. I think that he'll have the two distinct sides, right? His club side and the side he's going to be. And I'm also writing his story. So a little sneak peek is that the woman in the story will be a little bit older than him. So I'm excited about that because I've never done that before either. It's always been an age gap on the man's side. So this will be a little bit different, but I'm really excited.
That sounds great.
Definitely talking about that.
Exactly.
So do you kind of like, is there anything you really look forward to in the new year that might not be related to books? Kind of just like betting a whole different side of your life almost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just enjoying kind of the way everything is going right now. Just like, my husband and I like to garden and we like to travel and do that sort of thing. So I'm really looking forward to, like I said, this year was kind of a blur. So I'm looking forward to taking a little bit more time in 2026 to like pace myself, make like a work-life boundary kind of where I'm, writing for like, let's say 4 or 5 hours a day, but then I'm not, because you really, when you're doing this job, when you're also managing, because I manage my own, for the most part, my own social media as well, I do have a little bit of help and I probably will be seeking out more help in the near future for that, just because you can be doing that nonstop, right? Like you can literally be responding, you can be answering questions, you can be, resharing things all the time. So just looking for that boundary of like work life and just being a little slower paced. And I've got myself very scheduled for the next year in a way that it shouldn't consume all of my time. So that's really, I'm looking forward to that. Just being a little slower, calming down a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us.
You're so welcome. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, this was so like anticipated for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad we could finally make it work because I felt so bad. I just was like, oh, but I knew you didn't want to be on a call with me where I was coughing and like, just, not good. It was not good, but.
It's like, we're glad. Yeah. So Chasing the Fire comes out next year.
Yep. April. Yep. I think the 23rd in the UK and the 28th in North America.
Oh, we get it first.
Exciting.
Yeah, you guys always get first. That's one thing for sure. It isn't usually a lot of time difference. The biggest time difference that I have right now is Dove. Comes out January 1st in the UK and doesn't come out till the 27th in North America. But for the most part, for Silver Pines, it's been about a week. So it's kind of a really fun whirlwind when a book comes out because it will come out and then a week later I'm celebrating again when it's coming out here. So the 23rd in the UK and the 28th in North America.
So US readers, look out for our reviews.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, they absolutely do. And they see like the shares and everything. And they, then I do get the questions like, well, I can't find it at my bookstore. And I'm like, it's not happening for you yet. Another week. You just have to be patient.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We can't wait.
It's really so excited to, we're not close the chapter. We're not excited for that. We're excited to see what the next book has to offer. And
I'm really excited about it. It's different than the other 4, which has been really exciting. I think that, that's the hard thing when you're writing like a multi-book series, but they're like interconnected standalones, is making them all different from each other. And I had never written a surprise pregnancy in true before. Like I wrote, there was a blip of it in one of the other books. I don't want to give a spoiler just in case anyone hasn't read it, but for this, it was like the main point of the plot was that it was a surprise pregnancy. So it was really fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Wait.